The only thing that I have to say this morning is that the pastor has been alerted.
The deacon pastor called the bishop.
And I have a big burning question. But we'll save it for when the show starts.
The pastor has been alerted, folks. Here. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Mister, will you please wake up? Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Because we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
There we go.
Let's go!
I'm going to try my best to stay on track this morning.
I got my brown liquid. Do you got yours, Brian?
The last thing you need is brown liquor, droid.
Good morning and welcome to the Taco Tuesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. Droid, Vicalaw, and Napoleon riding shotgun.
More like Taco Tuesday King Ouster Tuesday.
LeBron James and his chances at another ship.
Denied.
That's good. That's good. That's very good, Napoleon. Now, I have a big
It is
question.
a glorious Taco Tuesday. Victor has a question to begin today's show. Lay it on us.
So I'm going to say this. I think this is it. I really do. I think that after this season, while LeBron is hanging out with either Dak or CD in Cancun,
you stupid.
he's probably gonna say it's time to hang it up. It's time to get on my horse and ride to the sunset. So now the question is,
I don't think so.
So now the question remains: who's next villain going to be?
Who's the next villain going to be?
He's already in the league.
Which one?
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I think too many people like him. A lot of people did not
Who
like him.
are you hearing that likes SGA?
Trust me.
There's quite a few people.
You have to understand
quite a few. To answer your question, quite a few people like SGA.
Yeah, foul baiters like SGA.
So it's like, there's some people may like him, but like LeBron was that one person that like a lot of people knew they couldn't stand immediately. Now, of course, you have those people who talk about tomorrow, but
that's
right,
another story.
Of course, the people who will talk about tomorrow, but trust and believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering who's going to be that next villain, because that's the one thing that has drawn some numbers to the NBA. is has always been a good villain to root against. Hell, MJ was a villain for a while by many people.
I mean, people call Dylan Brooks a villain, but the thing is, he's a villain because he's physical.
That's true too.
You know who's a villain who's torn up the league and no one talks about him?
Who?
Victor Wembanyama?
Stephen Curry.
Steph Curry.
Well,
no,
Curry's
Steph
also
Curry's a
on the
hero.
way out. You can't give the title away to somebody who's also on the way out of the league.
No, here's the thing. Steph
But
is
what
not
if
a
he's already
Steph's not a villain.
to a lot of people, to your point, Victor, a lot of people think that SGA is the next villain. Stephen Curry has always been, to a lot of people, especially to a certain group of people who we'll talk about later, Steph has been that villain. I was about to say victim. Jesus Christ. Villain.
Yeah, he really has been a victim.
Well, yeah, he has been a victim, but to a certain group of people, which I can't say yet, and Jody's already laughing.
Because she knows what's coming.
She does. She's in my ear and she's already laughing. But to a point, Steph has been a villain for 17 years, especially in 2015, 17, and 18.
I don't think. I think some people love him. I think people love him. They love his game. They love.
When you look at it like LeBron, there's more people who hate him than love him. Well, Steph, there's more people that love him than hate him.
Correct.
And hate him.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
So you can't label somebody who has more love than hate a villain. I'm sorry.
A villain. See, MJ had it.
That's like J. Jonah Jameson calling Spider-Man a villain.
Right.
Well,
But
the
see,
J.
at least
Jonah
they-
Jameson, Spider-Man was a villain.
Yeah, and JJ was able to write it in a way where some people who were on the fence could see him as a villain. But because
True.
it helps
True.
with, they're like, no, he's a hero. That's why I say Curry. There are more people who absolutely adore Stephen Curry because of just his persona, his personality.
Yeah, and I'm one of them.
As much
and I'm one of them.
as much as I say,
I've
like
loved Steph since Jason Davidson.
I said, LeBron James hasn't had like a real like massive controversy except for decision. It's
The
more
decision
his,
2.0.
right. It's more his attitude that has like kind of rubbed people the wrong way. Not taking the game seriously, especially in his earlier days. Kind of having that elitist attitude.
You know what, Napoleon? I'm gonna have to dig that out now.
So I'm just saying like I'm saying like because once LeBron is gone, you're not gonna have.
Who's the next villain? Who's the next guy to wear the
But
black
here's
hat?
the thing: when you say, I look at it, and I've asked NBA Twitter plenty of times, Victor, who do they hate more? Do they hate SGA more, or do they hate Wemby more? Everybody says SGA, and then I throw another player in, and then another player, and SGA has won every single poll I have put out on Twitter. SGA is the next villain, and people might not like that, but it's just what the polls say.
No, I don't have a horse race either way. I haven't really watched a whole lot of SGA games, so I don't know.
Yeah,
what is that
because it's foul baiting.
Right, I don't know if it's
Look,
is it his gameplay, is it his personality?
It's the way he plays.
I'm going to say this.
Okay.
I'm going to say this as plain as I can. And Droid brings up the term so many times over, and it's so true about SGA. He foul baits.
So he flops.
That's it.
But I also want to bring up a point from our brother JS on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
The way SGA plays, it ruins the game. It's not like Steph Curry where the three ruined the game. It didn't really ruin the game. It's just, what y'all say so many times on the show. He found an anomaly and he exploited it.
And turned it. Yeah. He found an anomaly. I said it the day he entered the league. He found an anomaly and turned it into a weapon.
And Kerr turned into a strategy.
So when you look at players like SGA, his main thing is foul baiting. And to shout out our brother JS on YouTube, JS-2799, this is what he said, and I completely agree with him. And I sent the video to Brian too. And he said, the thing is, when you look at the people, it's not exactly quote. It's kind of abbreviated.
You're paraphrasing.
I'm paraphrasing.
Okay.
He said this recent generation of foul baiting is what's gonna feed into the next generation of players, and it's gonna make the game even worse because what you're supposed to do is go up for the shot. You're not supposed to go up looking for a foul. You're supposed to go up looking for a bucket or a three. That's the problem with today's NBA.
That's fair, but now the only thing I would counter with is that SGA's. Did he start that, or is he just following the line? Because let's be honest, flopping and foul baiting has been in the game.
The torch was passed by LeBron James himself to SGA after this series. So the villain torch is already given to SGA.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, you talk about people who flop.
LeBron was like one of the first floppers in the league.
One of the first. You have Chris Bosh used to do it.
Oh, Chris Bosh. Oh, the Heat would make me so mad anytime the Rockets played the Heat while Bosh was around.
I had a friend call him the flower forward because he was so soft and so weak. He would go up and take a foul.
Listen,
Charmin
Chris
Harden.
Bosh. Listen,
Joel
Chris Bosh softened up quicker than the Raiders' offensive line after the Bears beat him.
You had to go there?
I didn't say that. I didn't say it.
You had to go there?
Yes.
Napoleon. I had to make that joke, okay?
But it's just a matter
of going to fight after the show.
You know what? I'll do it another way. Napoleon may not like this one either. But Chris Bosh, when he went to Miami from Toronto, softened up quicker than the old Oakland Coliseum.
You and me gonna fight.
Also, let me pose this question.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
If you are a villain, are people going to be wearing your signature shoe?
Some will.
In Michael's case, yes.
Michael was the biggest villain in the NBA, and people loved his shoe because it was a efficient shoe. I'm specifically talking about LeBron's. When was the last time you seen a non-Bron sexual walking around the downtown with LeBron's on?
Well, that's different because LeBron's shoes are always ugly. LeBron shoes are ugly.
I've seen more people wearing Under Armour Currys than I have seen LeBron's. Even in the league today, there's more people wearing Curry 5s than there are wearing LeBron's.
Here's the thing about shoe game. There are two things that come to mind when we talk about shoe game. One is, how does it look on your feet? Can you wear it in different things? Do you just wear it for basketball? Do you just wear it for like the gym? Or can you wear it going to like, say, a club or a party or something like that? There's people who are like, this is my shoe for going out. It doesn't matter if it's Jordan's, LeBron's, Curry's. It could be a Joel Embiid shoe. As long as it looks good on your feet, you're going to wear it.
Dear God.
But then there are shoes that are specifically because of the player.
I mean, you know,
joke in my head.
Yeah,
people were wearing Jordans for years.
Oh my! Snowman can tell you,
folks. What would a Joel Embiid shoe look like?
I don't want to know.
It'd probably have a thin lower part.
It'd be made fully of tampons. That's what it would be.
Victor, you ain't right for that.
But here's the thing. Snowman, I can tell you from experience.
And you know he does have a signature shoe, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he does.
It's the SKXJE1.
What would a droid? Okay, since we're talking about signature shoes, and welcome to the folks in the Fanatics Feedback Zone, AB Media, Pitch Grid and I are going to get together soon. Who else? Crasher is here. JJ Awesomeness is here. Genevieve Yosos is here. Holy cow. Hello, Genevieve. My daughter from across the pond. And of course, Napoleon's riding shotgun with us. Since we're talking about signature shoes, let's have a little fun with this. What would Napoleon's signature shoe be?
His signature shoe, like the shoe he would go out every day on the court and wear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there's so many brands, but I see him as a Way of Wade type guys. So like Dwayne Wade's shoe line with Li Ning. If you've ever looked at the All City 14s, I can't say that word, but they're an amazing looking shoe. Look those up.
Since Droid's a hockey guy and he's turning me into a hockey guy very slowly, what would a signature skate for Droid be?
That's a good question.
Can't do a signature skate, but I can definitely say I can tell you it's a CCM Speed Tags.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Always been a Speed Tags fan, but if I'm gonna wear a signature shoe, it's gonna look something like this. This is one of the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn, and if I can float like this on the court with a shoe like this
on
I'm
ice,
yeah. No, I'm talking on the court. I play basketball too.
Okay.
Now, Victor, your turn. What would your signature shoe be?
It's either gonna be black, white, and blue, or white, silver, and blue.
I have an answer.
Go ahead.
What's your answer?
I think you would wear either a classic pair of Jordan 4s.
Yeah.
Or if they're good enough, a pair of the Jordan 11s with the North Carolina colors on them.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. And Snowman, I'll tell you one word: Nike Town.
Oh my God!
When I tell
me
you
and
guys,
Nike Town,
Chicago,
me, Victor, and Nike Town were best friends.
When I tell you guys, there's a store called Nike Town. Big store, all Jordans everywhere. That place has a line outside the building starting at 8 a.m.
The door. Out the door.
Holy.
Okay. This is where I have
these look terrible.
This is where I have fun with the chat and with the panel. What in the world are those?
What?
That is Joel Embiid's signature shoe.
Get it off the screen, please. I'm going to throw up.
Okay. I'm going to say this. I wasn't completely off by what I said.
What do you guys think my signature shoe would be?
Ooh.
Jordan 1s, classic Jordan 1s, lost and found edition.
Mm-hmm.
The red and blacks?
Yep, red and blacks.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue. Either that one or the Carolina.
You're asking a sneakerhead to tell everyone what their shoes would be.
And that's why we asked.
Napoleon, he doesn't really feel like a Nike guy. He feels like an Adidas guy. So somebody who'd be wearing an Adidas shoe.
That works.
What do you think, Paul? What do you think?
Adidas or New Balance? Adidas or New Balance typically what I would probably be wearing.
so I right on the nail, basically.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I
a
got
good
New
Adidas
Balance.
shoe. What was the? I forget who has Adidas shoes in the NBA right now. It's always hard to remember because there's so many. You definitely would not be wearing Hardens. I don't think you're a Harden guy.
No.
I feel like you'd be wearing Dame Time's shoe.
Yeah. Yeah. And George's right. I'd have the classic I'd have the classic Air Jordans because my mother got me a shirt with the original Air Jordan logo.
Ryan McCarthy, you'd be wearing those New Balance dad shoes. They're all white with the navy.
You know what? I would. You know what? As a father, I would too.
And what word?
As a dad.
But here's the question.
I would too.
With McCarthy's dad shoes, would they come in Jets green?
No, they would come looking like this.
Okay.
But
I'd wear those.
I'd
wear those.
Pitch grid.
Ooh.
That's an interesting one. Pitch grid's interesting. I feel like a good Adidas shoe as well. Pitch grid just gives me Adidas shoe vibes.
I will say this: the only reason why I brought this question up is because when LeBron does leave, you're gonna see if you think the drop is bad now, it's going to be significantly worse.
It's
because
gonna
at
be worse.
least you have people who are like, yeah, I watch because either I'm a fan of the game or I watch because I either love LeBron or I hate LeBron.
Oh, I hate him.
McCarthy's playing into it, and I'll come at you in my cargo shorts and polo, dad outfit.
There you go.
But Napoleon, these were the shoes I was talking about. I feel like you rock these.
Listen, McCarthy, that would probably be my outfit. Speaking as not only a dad but a granddad, I definitely would do that. Got to take a break. And it may be a little extended. I had a few problems this morning, but we're going to take a break. And when we get back, more sneakerhead talk and more NBA talk. The Cavs and the Pistons are now even at 2 games apiece. But, oops, I pressed the button too early. But
Mooted.
We all mooted. What the heck?
Because when you clicked it so fast, it glitches everyone, so it mutes everybody.
I clicked the commercial button too fast. I apologize for that.
As long as they're comfortable, I'll take it. As somebody who's worn those shoes, they're comfy. Trust me, Pitch Grip. Trust me, they're comfy.
They are. Nike. For me, it's Nike, Adidas, and New Balance, and especially for me, as heavy as I
Under
was
Armour for Curry.
I haven't tried it.
The Curry 5s
I
are
haven't.
comfortable. I'll say that.
I haven't had a chance to try them yet. Although I do have a couple of Under Armour shirts. But not the shoes yet. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll break down the game where the Thunder came back to beat the Lakers, and we'll also break down the fact that the Pistons and the Cavaliers are even at 2 games apiece.
And I had got a funny text before that game started, but we'll talk about that when we get back in the deuce.
We will talk about that. But before we go to a break, coming tomorrow. We'll explain later. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your Commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central. On the Sotoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers? Right side. Commanders. Where my soldiers? Left side.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm on Alarm Island. Give me them cocks!
Okay.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the morning.
We never know what's going on here.
No, dog.
You rushed back. You rushed back. I can tell you out of breath. You out of breath.
I did, man. I wanted to try to make it within the allotted time. 27 after the hour. And yes, Droid, as you can tell, I did rush back. The beautiful lady has fallen asleep, so I got to wake her up at the top of the hour. Don't let me forget. Let's go in the Fanatics feedback zone. The old man is done in LA, says David. Pitch grid, I need to hear your thoughts on Messi and Ronaldo shoes. I'll leave that to Droid. RIP to the bronze god. You know what? I didn't play that yesterday. We're continuing to honor the late Chris Bass, and I hate saying late.
Yeah.
I hate saying that.
If ever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Throw it in the air. Yep.
Well, I will say this.
There
are certain people who are not really a person, but a presence. Their presence, their energy. And I believe Chris Bass was definitely that.
You know what?
This doesn't look bad.
Chris.
It's not my style, but
Chris meant so much to everyone. Not just here, but everywhere. I got a few funny stories to share about myself and Chris Bass, but Cole Johnson, say it, Victor.
The EP of all EPs.
When Cole he's the EP emeritus now, but when Cole was the active executive producer of the show, he made an intro for Chris Bass that looked like this.
And now, the transporter to Hades, the reformer of hooker whores, and the bronze god, the one, the only, the legendary Chris Bass.
When we extend to 3 hours on Labor Day, hour 2 will close with the Boom Shakalaka because I've unearthed a lot of episodes from the 2.5 years he was on the air with us. And then hour 3 will end on hour 2 on Fridays. Let me be specific. We'll end with that. And hour 3 will end with our picks. Now, to business. Dear LA Lakers.
You tripping. And for this one, you should probably bring out Ray for the one that I got.
Okay.
You're critic.
You fired. Okay. So I sent the text. I sent the text in the chat last night. I received one. I'm getting ready. I think I was just sitting down to my first bowl of chili. Yep. I get a text message. Says the following. Open it, please.
What? Wait. Thank you. This text message said, quote,
"Who's ready for the comeback of comebacks? Yo Kang is ready to rule again."
Oh no.
Close, dumbass quote.
Let me play something real quick.
Why?
Can I play something real quick for
selection
y'all, folks?
Please, Droid.
First of all, a selection from the Wonderbird Choir.
Do it right. And I'm kidding around as I do this. But for your coworker, Victor, use the troll. Use the troll. Use the troll. I said that use a troll.
Shut
up! I felt it was only fitting to play the exact message Brian reacted with.
I understand. The thing is that you also did the same thing, Droid.
Yes, sir, I did.
Yes, you did.
Use a troll.
When Droid did that, I had to respond to that. But in breaking down the game last night, that should have been a Lakers victory going away.
It should have been.
That should have been a Lakers victory going away. But it's one problem that I've said all season. Doggone it, this camera. When it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers.
And I got nervous at the end of the third quarter. The
Lakers were up 4.
Yeah, and I was like, uh-oh.
The Lakers were up 4.
Maybe I should have kept my mouth shut because
So
you know
the
what
statement I made in the song I made is still true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He only made 2 threes.
Here is what happened to the Lakers. And I've said it all season long.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had people question me saying, you don't watch the NBA anymore. How can you say this? I recognize patterns.
Yep. Before you keep killing a little programming note. No Credentials Choir is live tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. Yankees, Brees Hall extension, the Stanley Cup talk, and MLB spaghetti policies are on the table with Dustin Henry and Ryan McCorfey.
Yes, McCorfey.
You don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Here's what I said about the Lakers, and I've said it all season. When the lights are brightest, they shrink.
Yeah. What did I say?
They had a 4-point lead, 84-80, at the end of 3 periods. They forgot there was a fourth quarter.
What did I say, Snowman? They showed up how short?
Like mini-me on top of the world's smallest Hell in a Cell cage.
On a stepladder in the world's
On a stepladder on the world's smallest Hell in a Cell cage. Because how can you let that lead slip? You know how Oklahoma City plays. You know how they play. You play them 3 times during the regular season.
And I'm going to ask the question I ask every single year. Is the narrative done? Is the narrative over? This proves that LeBron does not have the killer instinct. We've said this year after year after year after year.
We've said this for 23 years.
Yes.
Okay. I've had people ask me all the time, why don't you like LeBron? It's pretty simple. No killer instinct whatsoever. None. And as he goes, the Lakers go. Just like in Cleveland and just like in Miami. But we'll say to LeBron,
I will not cuss.
I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not cuss. But as he's proven it for 6 years in Los Angeles, as he goes, the Lakers go. The only exception was 2020 when he actually deferred to Anthony Davis, who should have been the Finals MVP, but that's a conspiracy chat for another time.
I'll say also 2012 because Ray Allen really just drilled it for the.
That was 13.
Allen, his 3-pointer, bang, bang.
That's 13.
That's 13. Okay.
That was 13. That was 13. Yeah, because Ray Allen saved their asses.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard makes a free throw. Listen,
because 2012 was OKC.
Listen.
Then 2013 was
2012. They beat OKC in 5 games. 13 was the 7-game classic with San Antonio. And I still say Kawhi Leonard makes 1 free throw in his last 3. The Spurs are champs. But that's conspiracy for another time.
Right.
DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, who is that? Austin Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
The whole Laker club was dead in that fourth quarter.
Dead.
Because
dead.
Thank you. Right?
Dead. The Lakers are dead.
Hey, Ryan McCoffey, this is for you. Dead.
Right. Exactly.
Why did the Lakers sign DeAndre Ayton anyway? Because throughout the course of the season,
I could tell you.
Go
I
ahead.
can tell you why they signed him.
Why?
Because in Portland, you know what he averaged?
How
a double-double. He averaged a double-double. And that's pretty solid considering the fact that, he's never really been the star in his career. He's always been a pretty good contributing player. That's why they signed him. But here's what I said when he got signed. I said he will not strive in JJ Redick's system because JJ Redick's system does not include a center.
Right. Right on target, Droid. Right on target.
DeAndre Ayton wants to be successful, he needs to leave this offseason to somewhere better.
Where does he go?
Back to Portland because he was working fine in Portland.
No, he doesn't go back to Portland. That's a broken system too. I'm going to be a little biased. They at least made the
playoffs. Don't say Golden State. No. Green.
No.
Green.
No. Well, actually, he would thrive in Steve Kerr's system. And by the way, Steve Kerr has been signed for 2 more seasons.
McCarthy.
I have a second choice.
A surprise for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
oh boy, McCarthy, would you know that I spent my hours last night making a parody to Can We Fire Logan Paul?
Oh boy,
screw it.
Called,
you know what?
The number is called Just Retire LeBron James.
Oh my gosh.
And here it is.
Respect to the champions. I acknowledge you, OKC. But Adam Silver, if you're listening, can you change one thing for me? That's LeBron James. Just retire LeBron James.
I quit.
Just retire LeBron James.
Hold on, the first verse.
You're harder than Michael, but we all know that's a lie. He's better off without you, and I'll sit here and tell you why. You went 7 for 19, and you only made 2 threes. So we should DM Bronny James to tell us that to go and just retire LeBron James. Just retire LeBron James. He's one amazing athlete, but his threes can never cash. He can shove his scoring record
directly up his.
Just retire LeBron James. Just retire LeBron James. LeBron James.
I loved every single second of making that.
I am standing and applauding, bro. That was amazing.
Holds up lit Zippo letters of the coffee.
Pardon me while we stand up and applaud.
Right?
And the thing is, for those who don't know, I've been dealing with writer's block for like
McCarthy
months
says,
now.
I hope that McCarthy says holds up Zippo lighter.
Holds up Zippo lighter. Lit Zippo lighter.
If you're looking, I turn on my flashlight and I start doing this.
Just stop sitting in my living room just waving my hands in
You
the
know
air.
what? I could shut this. I could
my
shut
God.
this show down right now.
That was gold.
Dude,
That was gold.
listen. I had the thing is Shane
Put a one in
provided
the
a verse.
For those of you watching on
I'm listening. No, you go ahead.
He can't. He can't even.
I wish I could make the audio quality a little bit better, but that's
Give
just
me this
because this is the
button.
mic.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a new king. You can't even use Fry Eagles Fry no more. This one was way better.
Oh, the thing is, that's in the making, Victor.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Can you have that by Friday?
No, you cannot.
No, you cannot because I work Tuesday through Friday.
No, it's not.
Because I work Tuesday through Fridays, so I can't do that.
Drat.
Like, no, you cannot.
Drat.
You get nothing.
Drat.
You lose.
You lose.
Then
Good
I'll
day,
do it.
sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
The one time Jordan and I share a
Then
brain
I'll
cell.
do it.
No, you don't.
Don't you dare, Brian.
Wait, no, I don't what?
If I hear that bum
What?
bum 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 bum, if I hear that, I swear to God.
No. Ryan, no.
Why did you tempt me with that?
Wait, what?
I quit.
You're dead.
I quit. I quit.
Man, get back up here.
I quit.
That's incredible.
No, I quit.
Okay.
I'm probably going to get
That
booted for
song
the
is
joke
a-
I'm about to make
I'm going
here.
to play it again.
I'm probably going to get booted for the joke I'm about to make here as we're doing all the LeBron dunking. How can anybody hate LeBron? He's top dog. He's the fucking gargura of that right now.
Oh my God. Napoleon.
I'll tell you.
You're
Why?
amazing.
I have to. I have to back in. I have to back in Napoleon's joke here. Why?
Because yes.
Because
Gura.
yes, Gura, it is you.
That was still the worst.
And while I'm thinking
possible
about it,
comparison that Ludwig could have made.
worst
Right.
comparison I've ever. The worst comparison I've ever heard in my life, man.
And
Why?
Because yes, LeBron.
Because yes, LeBron,
You.
it is you. It has always been you. It always will be you forever and ever. Amen.
I'm gonna say right now, y'all.
Oh, by the
you
way,
guys did
fellas,
not- Mhm.
5 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay. I'll let y'all know right now. If you guys did not watch, if you guys did not watch Shooting Lights Out, you need to. Yesterday's
Yes,
show
you do.
was amazing.
Yes, you do.
And Cole brought up yet
Mhm.
another amazing graphic. Old people retirement home
No.
with LeBron James and Luca sitting in rocking chairs.
In rocking chairs.
Listen. Wait, who we talk about? Luca?
I
That
won't.
Luca
Talk about that
fool.
Luca fool.
Yeah, the one who guy steps in and then left.
Yeah, I'm
The
getting
one
my
guy steps in and
Stupson.
left.
I'm getting my Stupson.
That'd be that
And
Luca
anytime
fool.
we bring up, Jokic, I love my horses.
I love my horses.
You know what? I got an idea.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
considering what's going to happen tomorrow, I'm going to unearth the second annual end of season service for LeBron James that we did last year.
The one we can't get through. The one we can't get through. We have tried so hard, we cannot get through.
Actually, I can't. Actually, I can't. I can't do it because we're on our stations today, and there's a lot of cuss words in there. So
there's
gonna have to
because the BGS line never got a cut.
Yeah, look, BGS ruled that service. Okay,
Yes,
I appreciate
BGS ruled
my church, son.
Listen, the lines I got from, especially now with the 2 new lines I got from BGS, I can't use them.
Right.
I can use them tomorrow. I can use the hell out of them tomorrow.
Oh boy.
But the Lakers are finished. The Thunder move on to the Western Conference Finals. They await the winner of the Thunder and the Spurs, who play Game 5 tonight. And as we go to a break, we'll preview that. Wolves. Why not?
I'm like, Thunder,
Jesus
Thunder
Christ! I am falling off of a cliff today. I am sorry, folks. Wolves and Spurs, Game 5 in Texas, and my buddy Bill Schoenig is down there for an insider report. So we will definitely have that tonight. But let's take a break. 48 after the hour. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll look at Game 5 of the Wolves and the Spurs in Texas. And I promise we will get to Detroit and
Cleveland.
The Cavaliers have who do these Cavaliers think they are? Mark Price and the bunch?
It's the revenge of Craig.
Back after this.
The revenge of Craig Elo.
Why? Because it always happens to Craig Elo. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete.
Join these 2 football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick, this is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years a fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
Cause we take this job so serious.
What are we doing? What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Oh, here we go again.
What happened?
52 after the hour. I got to go wake somebody up in about 8 minutes, so let's just have some fun here. Dear Napoleon.
What?
Here. Give him this camera here. Give him this camera here.
What?
This guy released Hololive Beyond the Myth.
Mm-hmm.
I was glued to it. I
did not know that there were more people in my office that were YouTube fans.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to it on the debut. Someone on my show said, "Wait,
yep.
Someone did a documentary on Hololive," and I said, "Yeah, this is my friend Napoleon Dynamite." 5 other people have watched it. I was like,
I need to make a confession to Napoleon here, since he's got the camera.
Mm-hmm.
I have watched it quite a few more times since then.
Yes,
from
indeed.
Start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
It's a docu. If y'all haven't checked out Hololive Beyond the Myth, that documentary, I suggest you do, because it's a documentary that will have you on the edge of your seat. It will educate you. It will give you a whole lot of history.
It will bring you to tears.
And it was a whole lot of fun. And it will also produce a whole lot of tears. And it did all of that for me. So, Napoleon, my man, can't thank you enough for introducing me and the rest of the friends to that. For you being here every Tuesday and Wednesday. We are praying hard for your dad, because we know your dad's going through some health issues right now. And we are pulling for him to make it to Vegas for the A's season opener in Las Vegas. But my man, where's that button? I knew you would be great to stick around the panel, to stick around the snow crew, when on a Tuesday morning we hear
Ball goes Benton, Caleb Williams.
You've been a friend to us since.
More like, why did I trust in Geno Smith over DJ Les and QB Mild Sauce?
And QB Mild Sauce. That one. He has since made impressions of.
Well, that game sucked.
And
Father O'Shaughnessy need to go to hell.
And you fool! And he's also asked the question, who told this lie on many occasions?
I bet he did a full Chapel Bill now.
Chapel Bill now.
Yep. He's done that. He has since given me the soundbite, and I can't find it for some reason, of now get the hell out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done quite a few other things for us.
It's
but
really easy.
we love you.
Basically a skill issue.
Yeah, that one too. And about six others. But
six, seven.
We love you.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that one too. After the A's beat the White Sox 7-6 in 11 innings. But in all honesty, we love you. We appreciate you. Every week when you do your picks, it's off the charts, and I have a little fun producing it, and I love doing it, and we love having you here. Plain and simple. We love having you here. Speaking of loving having somebody here, and I got about 4 minutes left. Oh, shucks. I moved it.
Again?
Victor, stay out of my truck.
I don't have access to the truck. I don't have the keys.
Victor, why are you in my truck? Why are you in my truck, man?
Don't blame me. Blame the dog.
Why you got a skeleton key for my truck?
Don't blame me. Blame the dog.
No, I blame you because you're here. I can't blame the dog because he's not here. I can't blame the dog because he's not here. I can't blame Jory because he doesn't have a key.
I don't have a key either.
I swear, here, I'll give him this camera back. I swear to you, Napoleon, I'm going to make an opening for you. What?
Why do you keep putting
I'm
the
going to make an
camera on
opening
me?
for you.
All right. All right.
Because I'm paying you some homage. That's why.
Exactly.
That's why. And then we have this guy who I'm getting the opening ready for. If y'all haven't heard the story, here it is. First time this guy and I got together on the air, he had me laughing so hard that I begged him one thing. And the one thing was, please don't get me thrown out of Starbucks.
It's a legend. That's a legendary line.
It is.
I think there will be
on a
more than
summer. On a summer day in 2017, this man and I got together. First time on the air doing a segment. I was in Starbucks. I had just put down some iced tea. I just put some iced tea down. And he had me laughing so hard I nearly spit it up. And I told him, don't get me thrown out of Starbucks, please. He didn't. And it wound up being a 2-year sponsor deal between 2 different states. And since he's here, I may as well play this for him too.
Passionate.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Unflinching.
Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Unrelenting.
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
Totally.
This one has a chance.
Deeds.
That's not just a murmur, that's a full-blown fibrillation.
It's Lydia's brother, Chris
With
Deeds.
this, so is the droid, so is Napoleon, so is Vikala. So except for the dog and the Empress, the band is back. The band is back together. Wait till this fall, folks.
I can't wait.
Yeah. What?
Can we do something when we come back from break?
Like what?
I have this little Google sheet that says our picks.
Shorzy? No.
It's not Shorzy.
I don't know who that was.
It sounds like Shorzy.
No, it does not sound like Shorzy.
Speaking of 4 minutes, you were asking for clips.
Yes.
And I found one yesterday, and it's already clipped out on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Oh boy.
And that was Indiana versus Iowa.
Oh
God.
He's
going to zap me forever now that I live in the state of Indiana. And I have lived in the state of Indiana for the past 12 years.
I cannot wait.
Good Lord.
I cannot wait until we do another game where it's decent that call. It'll probably end up in a tie again. But it'll be a great game.
Yeah, so my wrestling promo for Indiana versus Iowa, it's already clipped out. It's already clipped out on YouTube.
Okay.
I gotta go wake somebody up.
Yep.
Hour 2 after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green. and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central. On the Sotoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers? Right side. Commanders. Where my soldiers? Left side.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm on Alarm Island. Give me them cocks!
Okay.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Do me a favor and take us to the ID.
It is 4 minutes after the hour, and we owe you some IDs. This is Snowman in the Morning.
You're listening to WQVZ, 1700 AM Mission Radio.
Broadcasting live in your region, across our nation, and around the world, this is Snowman Multimedia.
To all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters.
I am cute.
You tripping. Who told this lie? Shut up.
Jarrell Jones has no brains. His football acumen is the same capacity as Gun Run's moral capacity. I wasn't really angry to say
I have never heard Victor, 4 after the hour, welcome to hour 2 of Snowman in the Morning. I have never heard Victor that angry. Well,
I just want my team to be
ever.
good. I just want my team to be good.
In 25 years of friendship, I've never heard Victor that angry. You know what? I take that back. Yes, I have.
You're gonna have Victor singing an opera about how he wishes his team were good.
Just a moment. I take that back. I have heard Victor that angry one time, and I was the cause of it.
Oh boy.
What'd you do?
I dropped a pretty lady in his lap.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I dropped a pretty lady in his lap.
Who was not feeling well.
Who was not feeling well at all.
Oh, right. I think I remember this story.
Yep. I dropped a pretty lady in his lap. She asked where Victor was. I showed her where Victor was, and she immediately dropped in his lap.
And passed out.
Passed completely out. Victor got even 48 hours later.
I sure did.
With a pretty lady standing behind me while I'm working. And I had to go on a road trip that week, too. Okay. Hour 2 begins with this. The Chiefs and the Broncos will kick off the Monday night schedule. And my only question is, are we surprised?
No.
Nope. I ain't surprised.
The redemption of the Chiefs has to start the season off.
And that's if Mahomes is available.
Well, we know he won't be for week 1 because that's why Justin Fields is there. Now, he should be ready for week 2. So you just got to hope that Justin Fields can last longer than.
And I also hope that Droid doesn't come on this show after week 1 and go completely nuts.
Justin, -10 passing yards.
He's going to come after
Fields.
me. He's going to come after me because I'm the one making so many running jokes about Justin Fields being on the Chiefs. So
why would he come after you?
Because I'm the one that keeps making jokes about it. The Justin Fields special.
The Justin Fields special.
See, he's not even saying anything. He's just looking at the screen.
Dude, I'm locked in on getting this drop done. All right. I got him out on 2 platforms. I got to get it out on YouTube now.
He's just like,
Did you even hear any part of that conversation?
Probably not. I'm waiting
Well,
for another masterclass between me and Dietz, where Dietz just sits there, looks, and says, throws to Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hi.
I'm waiting for look, there's one thing in the 9 years that I've had Dietz on the air with me and with us. There's one thing he has not done, except for one moment during the Cowboys-Packers game, and that's to have Dietz go completely off.
I think Dietz has a better tolerance for it than me. That's the thing.
Yeah, give him this
he
camera.
Does not.
I have until that one moment where there were no linebackers. Dietz just went off. He said, "Put somebody in the middle of the blank field."
It's not hard.
It really wasn't. But then it's Matt.
It wasn't. And you're talking about a guy in Dietz who not only has played the game but coached the game.
It.
He's played it and coached it, and now he's called a game on our network. So he's got 3 different angles of how a football game should go. And that one night when they played the Packers, there were so many great moments in that game with him.
But I do want to jump into something real quick. I do want to jump into something real quick because we did promise this yesterday.
Yes.
The NIL.
Dietz, that's yours. Go.
All right. So the NIL and the NCAA, speaking of going off, you know, we've had so many great athletes come through the NCAA, and you saw Ed O'Bannon won the John Wooden Award, sues the NCAA. Even he couldn't take down the NCAA at all of his height. Allen Iverson, who's challenged the NCAA, even he couldn't take it down. Maurice Claret had the greatest college football season a freshman has ever had. Even he couldn't take down the NCAA.
Mm-hmm.
And you think the guy who could destroy the NCAA, and I wish Pizzle were here, but Napoleon, you're going to have to fill in. Not only could Brendan Sorsby take him down once, but 2 times.
Two times.
All right, so let's start with the easy one first, and that's the gambling issue. And a lot of people aren't gonna like. They're not gonna like me. They're not gonna like what I say. But you're gonna have to listen to me on this one. Brendan Sorsby's collegiate career is over. He cannot play football. He cannot be brought back on a football field because he has checked himself into a problem for gambling. Why? Because the very first thing in NCAA athletics at any level is you do not gamble. You don't gamble on football. You don't gamble on college sports. You do not gamble. Period.
At all.
Period.
End of story. Why? And people say, "Oh, who cares? FanDuel and all this stuff." That's fine for fans. If you want to be a fan of college football, that's fine. If you want to be associated with NCAA sports, you cannot be involved in gambling. Because as Snowman just said, the Chiefs are playing the Broncos. Even if you're putting bets on professional games, just imagine this scenario where you put $1,000 on Chiefs Broncos and it does not go your way.
Right.
And you're involved in a betting process, and a bookie calls you up and says, "Hey, you know that $1,000 we owe you, or you know that $1,000 you owe us? Here's the deal. Texas Tech is 35-point favorites this weekend. Make sure y'all don't hit it."
Right.
And for people that say, "Oh, that's a far-fetched scenario," it's happened. People have shaved. Point shaving is a thing. It's happened in the 70s. It happened in the 80s. It's happened in the 90s. It's happened all throughout college, all throughout collegiate sports. They have had gambling incidents, and that's why the number one rule is you do not gamble. Period. End of story. It's in the rule book. So the NCAA, Brendan Sorsby is going to test them as whether they're an organization or not. Because if he plays, they cannot strike anybody. They can't come after anybody anymore.
I said before, Stephen Headache Smith, former player out of Arizona State, and the scandal that went with that, because he did point shaving. That was a big scandal that really hurt AZ State. So it's happened before.
Arizona State, basketball is huge. Just the Arizona basketball program has been caught point shaving. Boston College has been caught point shaving. UNLV has been caught point shaving. That is a huge thing. And a lot of people say, "Oh, what's the deal? It's gambling. It's fantasy sports. It's this, that, and the other thing." It doesn't matter. Once you let one person do it, it opens the floodgates to anything else. Everything goes, and it's the Wild West. So that's the first one, and I'd be shocked if Brendan Sorsby's even back on a collegiate football field. However, so that's the first issue. The second issue is, as Victor said, the NIL, which major networks they touched on it when the court case came out, and it's coming out in July. And in July, it's supposed to hit the bench with Sorsby versus the state of Ohio and the NCAA. It's being heard in Ohio. Now, trying to think of how to frame this so that both sides are seeing, both sides get their due, it's very hard to do. So what happened is the NIL is basically name, image, license. And basically, when you're a collegiate player, you are signing away the rights for the school to use your name, image, and license for a certain amount of time. For the time for the time that you're there. You're signing that away, and now instead of calling it a scholarship, because the language is that's the contract that you've signed. So Brendan Sorsby signs a 2-year NIL contract with Cincinnati. The University of Cincinnati pays him, and they said, for 2 years, we'll pay you $2 million to use your name, image, and license for you to be our starting quarterback for the 25 and 26 seasons.
Yeah.
Brendan Sorsby is their starting quarterback for the 25 season, and they pay him every week. Every week they pay him, and he's under contract with them.
Yeah.
Well, he's under contract for 25 and 26. In December of 2025, Brendan Sorsby hits the transfer portal and decides to take his talents to Texas Tech. Now, two big issues here. First one, he's signed a 2-year contract with Cincinnati to be their quarterback for 25 and 26. If he transfers, that's a breach of contract.
That's a breach. That's a total breach.
Now, people say, kids should be able to move. Just like coaches. Coaches are able to move. You know what coaches do when they move? They buy out their contract. They pay the school money to get bought out of their contract, and then they go and sign a new contract with a new school. So Cincinnati, that's why Cincinnati is suing Brendan Sorsby. And Brendan Sorsby is saying, no, I don't have to pay this because it's pay for play, and you only pay me after I play. Cincinnati's saying, no, you're under contract for 2 years. This is akin to, and we talked about it before. We talked about this before. It's come up with NIL deals before, where Dabo Sweeney has brought this to occasion, where schools are calling current players on other rosters and saying, hey, enter the transfer portal. We'll give you X. You're getting $2 million. We'll give you $5 million. You can't do that. You cannot do that. If these are contracts, hey, think about this in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes is making what, like $16 million a year, something like that.
Yep.
The New York Jets cannot just call up the Kansas City Chiefs and say, hey, Pat, you're making 16. Come play for us. We'll give you 25. You cannot contract him. You cannot contact Pat Mahomes if he's under contract with the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a breach of contract. So the language of this trial, which they have been presenting each and every time something happens in this case, which last week Brendan Sorsby's lawyers tried to get the whole case thrown out, which is not going to happen. But the language that they've used is not, hey, our guy was under scholarship. The language they've used is contract. And I'm not a lawyer. I don't pretend to be a lawyer. I'm not shiesty enough to be a lawyer. But common sense tells me if you're gonna call it a contract, dude, your transfer, you breached the contract. You breached the contract immediately. So,
you're under contract. You must fulfill it. You got to fulfill it.
Yeah. If you signed a 2-year contract, if you signed a contract to be the quarterback in 2026, and you transfer before then,
that's a breach.
You've broken the deal. You've broken the deal.
That's a breach of contract.
So again, this could break the NIL. This could break the NCAA, and you have people at higher ends of this, and we've heard it. We've mentioned them on the show. You know, Jay Spivey mentioned it a couple weeks ago. Why is the president dealing with this? And the president has come out and talked about NIL deals, and the president is absolutely right and absolutely wrong at the same time. Which our president has the greatest. He has the greatest ability to be right and wrong at the same time. And everyone hates him for it. And everyone hates him for it. It's great. It's one of Trump's greatest asset is to be right and wrong at the same time.
Damien has a couple of questions for you.
But he's right. He's right in the NIL. If this goes in the way of Cincinnati, if this court case, either way this court case goes, it's going to break the NIL. It's going to break NIL deal. Either NIL deals can be given to anyone you want, or it breaks them, as in college kids really, instead of signing scholarships, they're just signing contracts. So it's either way this goes, it's going to be a disaster on one side or the other. And for that, Trump was right. Of the NIL needs to be fixed. He's wrong in, hey, let's go. We need to disregard it and get rid of it. It's like toothpaste. It's like toothpaste in a tube. Once you've let this out, you can't put it back. You cannot put this back in the way it is. Now, for NIL, for good things of the NIL, the good thing of the NIL is it has put college football, it's taken the back alley deals and put them on Front Street.
Yes.
Everybody knows what's happening. Instead of, and I'll say it, instead of the greatest movie of all time, The Program, instead of slipping players envelopes with cash in them, instead of boosters meeting with players and being able to slip them extra money here, extra money there, instead of schools having to hide their money in a house for Reggie Bush's family, instead of all of that, they can just give them the money straight up. They can just give them the money. Everybody knows. For anybody who says, "Oh, let's get rid of the NIL," the NIL needs to be gotten rid of. That would be going back to the Wild West of, it's been happening. We know it's been happening. If you don't know what's been happening, you're an ostrich and your head's in the sand.
I'll give you the best example of it happening, and it was the first case that I ran into. The year was 1982. The school was Southern Methodist University. And I want y'all, if you get a chance, to check out a 30 for 30 on ESPN called Pony Excess, a play off of their backfield named Pony Express, when they had Eric Dickerson and Craig James as their running back. This didn't come out until 7 years later that Eric Dickerson and Craig James were receiving a lot of gifts from SMU.
Mm-hmm. They were receiving gifts from everyone.
Yeah.
Not just SMU. And the best thing about that 30 for 30 documentary is when Eric Dickerson is talking about, yeah, you know, I was meeting with Arkansas and the guy pulls up in a Ford Mustang
Mm-hmm.
and threw me the keys and said, hey, it's yours if you want to come to Arkansas.
Yeah.
they gave him a car and nobody cared. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. But
Nobody cared. Nobody said anything.
Damien has some points. Has some points he wanted to make. He doesn't see anything. He says nothing wrong with athletes gambling. They're humans like us. They should be allowed to make better bets. They're fans like us. He said, if we're gonna ban betting for athletes, just ban in general.
No, Damien. No.
They're not.
No.
They're not fans like us.
There's conflict of interest. Things you have to take into consideration.
Thank you, Victor. It's a major conflict of interest from a guy who has covered college sports for 30 plus years, and from a fellow who's not only played it but also coached it and covered it. There is language that says you cannot bet on sports. Period.
Here's the other thing.
Even if it's just a scholarship, and I saw what the athletes signed when I was at Northeast Missouri State University. There is a clause, and I'm dating myself here. We're dating this back to 1990. There is a clause that says you cannot gamble on sports, period. I've read it. Deets has read it. You can't do it.
I'll put it this way: when I watched this series, it was called Bad Sport, and it takes a lot of like controversies of different forms of sports. That's where I found about the Arizona State point shaving situation. They were talking about it, and one thing they talked about was the fact that they had like really no salary structure. The students didn't, so they were like making no money, and were basically stuck to like eating, convenience store ramen. And that was all they had, which is why they even wanted to get any extra money in the first place. The problem is that you go from, okay, I could take a couple points off, I won't hit as many points as I did, and then get like $7,000, $8,000. But then you start getting up there to the point where like, okay, now we're getting to the championship time.
Yeah,
which means you still have money. You also have money in the line. So it's a conflict of interest because your interest should be you winning titles. That should be your interest as a student and as a player. But now you have this side hustle of if you don't make as much or you keep your points under a certain level, you make this amount of money. Which method do you follow?
I mentioned the year 1990, and there was a very popular team that they weren't shaving points, they were adding points. And Dietz mentioned them at the top of the hour. That was the University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
Oh, UNLV.
That was Stacey Augmon and the boys. They did it in reverse. They weren't shaving. They weren't shaving points at all.
Right.
They were adding them.
That's the difference between like now. I don't know if Damien means like if you're not betting on your own games, if you're betting
like I said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if it's not your own league. I mean, if you're a collegiate athlete and you're betting on professional games, it opens Pandora's box to a bookie and anybody say and. Look, I'm a sports gambler. I know a lot of sports gamblers. I know bookies. I know everybody, and the bookies are my friends and people I've gotten to know. Yeah. So they're not out there, they're not out there trying to, if I don't pay them the, $100, $150 that I owe them that week, they're not out there trying to break my leg. But there are more nefarious characters in the sports gambling world that if you don't pay them, things will happen. And
right,
a lot of parts will start missing.
if you're even if you're betting, like I said, even if you're Brandon Sorsby, you're playing at Texas Tech and you're betting on Chiefs Broncos Monday Night Football, and you make $1,000 bet, and the guy calls up and says, "Hey, that $1,000 you owe us, you know what? Let it go. All you have to do, don't beat them by 35 this weekend."
And that's what happened to Headache. He was getting a good amount of money, but then after a while he started losing. And you're talking about he was losing like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And they're like, okay, don't worry about that. You know, when it comes to this next game, don't score over this amount. And you could tell that he played differently when
he wasn't as aggressive.
Right.
Oh, you watch that, and I don't know if it's the same documentary, but there's another one, and it was on Boston College, and you could see the guys. Guy would just throw a ball out of bounds, and you would look at the play and you would say, "Why the hell is he doing that?"
Yep.
And
right.
The guy tells you, yeah, we were shaving points. Like, it was easy enough just to throw the ball out of bounds. Instead of throwing a crisp bounce pass, he would throw it right to the other team's foot.
Right. The series I watched was called Bad Sport. When I tell you this show was crazy. It was talking about there was a NASCAR driver who was selling weed on the side, which I guess you weren't supposed to do back in the day. And I mean, he was making money out of it. They talked about it was this figure skating debacle that happened where, because it was in Russia, they thought that the American team that was supposed to win ended up getting screwed over by basically almost all Russian judges panel. So it's about all the one, but the first one was about Headache Smith and the point shaving, and it went into like from his perspective, and he had a teammate who also did it, and then it goes into from the bookie side of it, for the ones who are in Vegas.
So that's why gambling. If you're involved in athletics, you cannot be involved in gambling. You just can't. You're not a fan. You're an active participant. Right. If you want to be a fan, that's fine. If you want to be a fan, go be a fan and go gamble with your own money. But you cannot be part of the organization. And it's clear as day. It's clear as day in bold writing in every collegiate contract, whether it's coaching, whether it's playing. Every single time you sign up for the NCAA, in bold letters it says no gambling allowed.
And
period. End of story.
I'll ask this last question because I don't want to take you off your axis, Steve. What about someone like, say, Pete Rose, who has not been in the Hall of Fame because of the fact that he was
Pete Rose. We talked about this, and I'm sure I'll find the clip. Snowman and I talked about it when Pete Rose passed away, and when Pete Rose immediately when he passed away was put on the ballot for the Hall of Fame immediately.
Yep.
Right.
Why? Because the first thing you see when you walk into a Major League Baseball locker room in big, bold letters, do not bet on baseball. Says it in huge letters. You can't miss it. And again, it doesn't matter. And the argument people have made about Pete Rose for his whole life is, oh, Pete Rose didn't bet on the Reds. It doesn't matter. Do not bet on baseball. You do not bet on the outcome of games, because the manipulation that you have as a manager to manipulate the score, to be bought out, it increases tenfold. You just don't do it. And for everything about Pete Rose, everybody that wanted to say, oh, it's this, it's that. When Pete Rose was going through everything, the commissioner came to him and said, we got the goods on you. We can release it, or you can sign this deal. And Pete said, I'll sign the deal. I'm not allowed in the Hall of Fame. Pete made that decision. Pete made the decision to sign away his right to the Hall of Fame. And that's why everybody was for years that said, oh, Pete Rose should be on the ballot. Pete Rose should be on the ballot. It's only gambling. No, Pete Rose did it to himself. He wanted to lie about it for 20 years. He wanted to lie about it and get away with it and come out and pardon the pun. He wanted to look. He wanted to look like a rose. He wanted to smell like a rose and be able to lie about it because he wanted to lie. He signed it away, and I think it was Bart Giamatti. When Bart Giamatti came to him, and when they signed that deal, it was done. And I've said it. I said it from the minute he signed it until the minute he died. I said, "There's no way they put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame while he's still alive."
Yeah, because he signed.
I said it the first time this topic came up on Fifth Down Sports. I told the caller, I said, while Pete Rose is alive, he will never be in the Hall of Fame. The minute he died, he was on the ballot.
And Dietz and I talked about it.
They want to get rid of it.
They want to get rid of it. Dietz and I talked about it here several times. We're overdue for a break, so let's take our break here in the second hour. And when we come back, we'll finish up with a lot of fun. Dietz is hanging out with us, so is Napoleon, and I'm going to pick on Napoleon a little bit more. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick, this is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years of fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
Cause we take this job so serious.
What are we doing?
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Oh, seriously, what are we doing?
Okay. I think he's.
Why am I being picked on now?
Because it's fun.
Yep.
And we're paying you homage at the same time.
Oh, guy. 41 after the hour, and Snowman needs to regain his composure.
I'm trying to, and I'm not succeeding very well. Every time I see that clip from Dietz of, what are we doing?
Oddly enough, that's from the same episode as my Iowa rant.
Yes, it is.
It's the exact same episode.
I gotta pick on Dietz because my wife heard that, and I was working on a project here in the office, and she leaned over my shoulder and she says, "I gotta ask a question." I says, "What's that?" She says, "Turn around and look at me." I turned around and looked at her, and Dietz, damn you for this. She just looked at me and went, "What are you doing?" Well, she knew I was working on one of my openings for the season. It was a basketball opening I was working on. But she heard you, Dietz. She heard you go, "What are we doing?" And she threw it back at me.
Another thing from Damien. Calling athletes not fans is dumb because they've been fans since their childhood, so they are fans whether they work for the league or not. I think you're missing the point.
Not if they sign contracts to play the sport they're a fan of.
I think
if they sign.
Yeah, they're participants. Totally different. It's a totally different category when you run a league. When you run a league, you have owners, players, and fans. Those are your three things. Can you be all three of them? Absolutely, you can be all three of them. But you are treated as one particular part. You don't treat the athletes as you cannot treat the athletes the way you treat fans. You cannot treat fans the way you treat athletes, and you cannot treat you have to separate them all.
I mean,
you can be a fan.
I mean, believe it or not, I do believe Carl is a fan of the Cowboys, but he can't act as just a fan. He has to act as an owner, which has a lot of.
I mean, just to stay on the same parallel, the NCAA cannot treat fans the way they treat athletes.
Right.
They cannot treat fans the way they treat the athletes. You have to treat every entity differently, and participants cannot. They can't be involved. They cannot be involved in that life. It's
just like I'd like to.
It's the sacrifice you make to be an athlete.
Just like I'd like to believe Mark Davis is a fan of the Raiders.
Right.
Davis is the current owner of the Raiders. Just like I know I can believe that Jed York is a fan of the 49ers. Right. Jed York is the current owner of the 49ers. I cannot remember his name to save my life. Eddie DiBartolo was a longtime fan of the 49ers. He was a longtime owner, but you can't treat your Napoleon. You're kind of mooted.
There are certain.
But how am I mooted? I'm not talking.
There are certain perks and certain privileges you get when you're a player, when you're a fan or you're an owner. There are also certain responsibilities and restrictions for those same three lots.
I'll give you an example. I am a fan of the 49ers. I am also by many considered an insider for San Francisco because I follow them and because I cover them. So I am treated differently by different outlets.
But you can't just walk into Levi Stadium and say, I'm going to call a 49ers game. Not yet.
Yeah, because Greg Papa will whoop my ass.
Exactly. But
because Tim Green will tackle my ass and I won't get up. Right. Because Jed York will look at me like I'm crazy. So I can't do it from Levi Stadium. I do it here. Right. But it's not to say they don't know what alternative play-by-play is. I mean, for God's sakes, they do their research. That's what we're required to do. That's what we're required. I got another great example. One of my best friends, Matt Taylor.
Right.
He is the voice of the Indianapolis Colts.
Right.
And Deeds, I'm not bringing him back here with Jen on screen so you can forget it because I know what you want and you ain't getting it.
But and also another thing is that I don't think Matt Taylor can bet on Colts games. I'm pretty sure.
No, hell no, hell no.
Hey, he's not an athlete. But
Nope. His, but again, and it would depend. And again, I'm not a lawyer, and I don't pretend to be. But
right,
the NFL can't. The NFL cannot tell Matt Taylor not to bet. The organization Matt works for can tell him you don't bet on games. But the difference between those two entities is Matt Taylor. It can influence the way Matt calls a game, and just for us as fans.
Yep.
Fans, we call games differently when it's our team. When it's our team,
yes,
and you can see that when you have a vested interest in it, you call the game differently.
Right, like you would.
But as far as someone who's on the field and is actually involved in the production of the product, you are a different entity. Players are a totally different entity than fans, and you have to separate them. You cannot lump them together and say, "Oh, fans can do it, so players can do it." No, because players can affect the outcome. Right. A fan betting on the Chiefs has no effect on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs quarterback,
right,
betting on a game outside of his, and having somebody come back and say, "Hey, just miss a couple back." And even with the way that it is now, with hey, Pat Mahomes. If Pat Mahomes throws for over 300, will Pat Mahomes throw for over 300 yards? The odds are whatever they are. And somebody comes back to him and says, "Hey, throw for 297."
Right.
I mean, that's
right.
It's that it can be that small, and it can be as big as, "Hey, go out and lose this game."
Think about that. The NBA had a betting problem with the refs.
Yeah, refs are totally different. It's the same thing as they're lumped in with the players, but they're again another spider web of everything. They're involved. If you're involved in the production of the game, you cannot have people involved in the production of your game, of your organization. You can't have it involved, and it's in big, bold letters. It's not a small thing. It's not a footnote at the end of the contract. It's in big, bold letters for every single contract signed.
Like we were talking about, like how alternative play is different.
I mean,
you're not really gonna hear Brad Sham say, next steps back to throws to Jesus Christ. That's just reserved for Chris
right.
Right.
Listen, Brad Sham, of course, for those of you who don't know, Brad Sham, the longtime fabulous radio voice of the Dallas Cowboys, he can't turn into Chris Dietz on an obvious 3rd and 6 where Dak Prescott throws it only 5 yards. You can't do that. Someone is waiting for us, and she will beat me up with a couch if I don't introduce her properly.
It's Miss Jen.
The Empress is hanging out with us for the final few minutes, and I'm going to do the Empress a favor.
Uh-oh.
And that would be
I'm going to do everybody a favor.
Oh no.
Again, that would be.
It would be this.
Mooted.
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 Oh, who the hell am I kidding? I'm not
You're
mooted,
right.
damn it.
You're going to church.
Who the hell am I kidding? Because if I try to do that now, I will not stop laughing.
No. None of us will.
I will not stop.
I will say though, at least Napoleon was the only one who actually made an effort to dress for the occasion.
That's why
You know what? We got 9 minutes. I'll try it anyway.
Oh no.
Forgive me if I start cracking up.
Oh,
Take
Lord, what is
2.
We going church.
So I forgot to mention a couple things about that particular about the name of the 65th or the City Fifth. A lot of those.
Now everybody needs to bow their heads in prayer.
Oh, I'm scared. We are led prayer by the commissioner.
Why? Why the commissioner?
All right, heads bowed.
Dear Lord in heaven, we thank you for another day. We thank you for everything that you gave us, including the elimination of one LeBron James from the playoffs. We've been looking forward to that all year, and so glad that we had it happen. We don't need to see any more of Yo King. Shut up. No one told you to open your fucking mouth. Man, will you quit cussing already? I apologize for that.
Oh my goodness gracious.
No one told you to say that. I'm only telling the truth about that.
Back it up over here. Come on.
We're only telling the truth about that damn LeBron James. He sucks. And so does Bronny. Bronny sucks more than Fernando Mendoza with the Raiders right now, and he hadn't even gone past.
He hasn't even started yet. What are we talking about?
He hasn't even played yet.
I quit. That's it. We're done.
No,
We're outta here.
You're staying right here, Napoleon.
You get back here. No one told you to leave, so you stay put.
No.
All right.
Now, what did the great Chris Bates say? Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air. We're not throwing ball caps in the air yet. What we are throwing is a party. And we're throwing a party because that some LeBron James got eliminated. I told you not to cuss, man. I apologize.
Oh, I'm rolling up to the red
rolling on
carpet
the
at Doc Brothers.
I can't help myself sometimes. I get on a roll and that happens. Now, tomorrow about 4
We can't be dissing on LeBron James. The man is top dog. He's the god.
Shut up.
Napoleon, I told you once before, I told you again. Do not put such a stain on your Kami Oshi's legacy like that.
Oh, I'm only
Oh,
speaking the
Napoleon.
truth because one Ludwig made the comparison first.
Actually, he said that Gura was the
Need-
LeBron of VTubing. He
Same
didn't say
Will
LeBron
you-
was the Gura
Hey,
of VTubing.
Will you two quit fighting already? I'm trying to
You
get a
stay out
prayer
of
done
this.
here before I get thrown up. I started this,
And I'm
kinda,
finishing it.
sort of.
LeBron.
And D shut down again.
Beats.
D shut down.
Q, and Q. I wasn't. Look, I'm glad. I'm glad Deeds broke it because I wasn't going to be able to hold my laughter anyway.
Right.
Nah, the funny thing about all of this is, like Victor, I was listening to old clips and old shows, and one of the shows I listened to last night while I was at work was Cole's 20 Reasons LeBron is better than Jordan, and Wise and I are just sitting there ripping this list apart every single time. And one of them was, oh, Jordan got swept out of the playoffs. And what happened last night?
Right. Ooh. You know what, Deets? If you can send that through Facebook Messenger, please do. I gotta watch that.
Please send it.
I gotta
Deets is
watch
our.
that.
You know what, Deets? I officially point
It
you.
was crazy.
I officially point you our post-show producer. Whatever clips you think will work for us to send out, send them to me. I'll cut them and I'll get them out of here. Just like we got to get out of here right now. I had to do a quick reset. We're getting out of here tomorrow. I don't know what the hell's going to happen tomorrow.
We're gonna have our regular show, and then later on, probably around
4 p.m. EST.
4 p.m. Eastern time.
Roll out the red carpet because I'm coming in a new dress.
we're gonna have a special. We going to church?
4 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Tune in to this channel. We're going to have a special featuring this pretty lady. Hopefully, this guy will be there. This guy will be there. And you know, this guy will be there. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. And go Avalanche. Bye.
The cute Empress.
You heard
as
this lady
always.
say it first.
I am cute.
Yeah, she is.
See you later.